Welcome to another episode of whatever we want to talk about.
3WTA.
Yeah, here we go. Another trio of wild and crazy guys. You got Major Mallow here.
This is Bard.
Zim doing what he does.
And today's episode is going to be about Valhalla Rising. This is my pick for this film. Before we get into some of the details. When I first recommended this film, how did you guys react to it? Like, what were your initial thoughts?
I'd already seen it, so I was down with it.
You down with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was excited just because recently what just came out was the new God of War 2018 game, and I was like, oh, hey, this game is following some Norse mythology, and then we're doing a North-ish movie. So, like, yeah.
To be honest, I just picked this movie just because I didn't think about the whole God of War thing until I bought God of War the second day it came out. The day after it came out. Cause like I don't pre-order and I kept seeing about good reviews. I was like, fuck it. I'll try it. If I don't like it, I can return it, but I really like it. So yeah, this is a 2009 film. I found, this was another film I found back in the day when I was like watching anything that had a cool screen on it, cool poster, I mean. And then when watching this movie, I found out about the director, Nicholas Winding Refn, and I like a lot of his movies. There's a couple movies he's done that I really like, Bronson, Drive, and Neon Demon. The only God Forgives is I watched it, but I'm mixed on that one. Also the person here's the main actor, One Eye, his name is Mads Mikkelsen. I really like him too. He's doing a lot of stuff I like. He was in King Arthur, Casino Royale. He was in Clash of Titans.
Wait, which King Arthur?
He was in the King Arthur with from like the early 2000s.
Was it the one where Merlin was the like savage?
Maybe it was with On something. On.
Okay, I think I've seen that one.
It was one with Keira Knightley in it. She was in there.
No,
the chick from Pirates of the Caribbean, the little tiny chick.
No, I'm thinking about a different King Arthur.
Yeah, and then the best thing he was in is the Hannibal TV series.
Isn't he also in like Dead Standing?
He's in it, but I can't say what he's done in it because it hasn't come out yet.
Well, I mean, but it's a good trailer.
Yeah, it's a good trailer. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into it. How would you guys rate it?
Well, actually, I want to say the first time I found it was because it was just on Netflix.
Oh, you saw the cool poster, right?
Yeah.
He was like, what's going on
here?
But
that's kind of along the lines of what you do, but I would just go on Netflix and be like, fuck, I've seen every other movie here. What other movie can I find?
And just watch this slow, fucking violent ass film.
Yeah, it took me 2 tries before I finally watched it.
I was instantly hooked from the very beginning, honestly, with like the first kill. But before, let's not get into that. Yeah. Let's start with the ratings. Like, how would you guys rate this film?
I give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
9 out of 10?
9 out of 10?
I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10, actually. I was not a fan of this movie.
Oh, we got another one.
Damn.
We got another one. Well, the first one was Ink, and now we got this one.
And you see, the only reason I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 is because I can't say that it was like, oh, this is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So I can't give it a 10 out of 10, but I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
So
see, he's going to point out things I probably missed. So this is one of my favorite movies, but I wouldn't say it's an awesome movie. I will say it's a really good movie in my opinion. I will give it I want to say awesome out of 10. I would say like, yeah, out of 10. Go see. Yeah, it's a nice movie. I have to know you before I recommend this to you because there's some shit in here. I'm like, I don't know how you feel about it. Maybe at the end of this, us talking about it, maybe you want to watch it, maybe not. Hey, it's up to you guys. So who wants to break it down real quickly?
You want me to do a rundown?
No, it better be done like in 2 sentences.
I don't think I can do that fast.
Okay. Since you don't like it, give us a quick rundown of the story. Wait, hold on. What do you mean you can't do it that fast? It's a pretty fucking simple story.
Okay, let me give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Okay, there's this guy.
Okay.
Right, and he's tied up.
Oh.
And then there's a kid. And the kid brings him water.
Done. My turn.
Okay.
And after that, they
2 sentences.
Okay.
Not run-on sentences.
Okay.
This is Coming to America, Norse edition.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, Coming Home or whatever, because like the guy did say like, oh, he's from hell, and they classify this place as hell for some reason.
Yeah, no shit.
So yeah, let's talk about. Let's see, good or bad.
All right, so we're, just so you guys know, we're diving into spoilers.
Diving into spoilers. We're going to talk about this movie. So, I don't have too many bads for this one, but I can probably recognize it as we talk about it. So, we want to talk about which ones, how many bads. You didn't like it, so you probably have more bads than good.
I do have more bads than good.
That's good. All right. How about you?
I don't think I have any bads.
You don't have any bads?
No, because I'm sure like the bads y'all are gonna be like, oh, the camera.
Let's knock out the goods then, because I think the bads is going to be the more entertaining part.
I like guts. Some fucked up brains.
Fucked up brains.
But just that whole
fucking
like
smashed in legs.
I'm just gonna talk about my favorite scene. Just you can tell that he's digging his arms into that dude's stomach.
Oh my god! When he gutted that man.
Yeah.
Did you realize what he said though? In the beginning, before he gutted him, it's like, when I die, you're going to go to hell. And then later on, it's
goes to hell.
Basically goes to hell. So some of the good things I want to talk about, I like the realistic gore and violence. Mm-hmm. You know, like the punches look like actual punches. Like when he went for attacks, it looked nice. I think it has something to do with it was a handheld camera he was doing for most of the fight scenes. It was shaky a little bit, but
I liked all the fight scenes.
Yeah, it looked fucking legit.
No, it was
Yeah.
Especially
top notch on fighting choreography.
Fucking remember in the beginning he was fighting those two guys.
Yeah, but what's your favorite fight scene? Is that it? Because I'll tell you mine is when everybody gets pissed at him.
Oh yeah.
He just fucking leaps forward, takes like that guy's leg out with his axe, slits his throat, and then throws the dagger.
He is good at killing a bunch of people.
Fucking smooth.
He is good at killing multiple people. It didn't make any sense. Well, it does make sense towards the end, but I was like, dude, I think you could probably kill everybody there at the end of the movie. I think my favorite was the first one because, he's fighting two guys, right? And he has a rope tied to his neck to a post. And then he's about to get, his handcuffs, rope handcuffs taken off. And before he getting taken off, the guy pulls on the back of his, rope. Yep. He flies backward. He gets back up, tries to run him and flips out because his neck's still attached. And then he gets a hold of one guy, right? And beating him in, then rips out his throat with his teeth.
Just fucking bites down on him.
Oh my God. And then he gets up to get the other guy because I think he busts his nose open with the back of his head, takes the rope that's around his, around his neck, ties around the other guy's neck, runs in the opposite direction and breaks his neck.
And the way that guy just slumps down looks so badass.
Oh, the violence in this movie is amazing.
I'm just happy that he killed those two guys. I can't imagine the pride loss that you would feel losing to a guy who's chained down to a post.
Yes.
And there's multiple of you.
Yeah. Think about that's not the first time though. He was hooked from back to forth in front of him with those little hook rods, and he got them off and killed everybody around him. He didn't kill one guy, but then he went back and killed the guy who imprisoned him.
Yep.
It's he sold the guy away. It was
okay, you know what? Actually, I will come up with one bad thing. Is I was confused.
Hold on.
Maybe y'all can explain that.
We'll get there in a minute. Let's talk about the good real quick because the bad's gonna be the fun part. I like the natural beauty of the land. Apparently it's filmed in Scotland. I love the sets, or the natural sets. I loved all of that since they were on location.
I like the drug scene, except for the rape.
You know what's funny?
Put that out there.
You know what's funny? I've seen this movie at least 6 or 7 times. Mm-hmm. This is the first time I noticed that man just got raped.
You didn't notice that? I was
never
just
noticed that.
What the fuck?
And the first time I was like, what is he doing? The first few times, whatever. Because I was always focused on why is he building a stack of rocks? But then the last time I watched this movie, like a couple weeks ago, I was like, oh shit, he raped that dude.
Yeah, and that was the main guy's son that he raped.
Yeah, it was. Because they were all high off some peyote or some shit they drunk.
Even the little kid got high and he was just staring.
I like how the one guy doesn't say a fucking word and he acts with his eyeball. He acts with his eye. I love that shit. He just stares at you all right, I'm not fucking with him. I'm good. He's crazy. And plus Vikings and Norse shit. I'm all about that shit. That's my goods off the bat.
Also, I like that, he was psychic and he could talk to people through his mind.
He talked to one guy through his mind. Oh wait, the other guy could. No, the other guy.
He talked to the kid, and he talked to
crazy guy.
The crazy guy.
The crazy guy could hear him. He's like, "Can't you hear him?
At least that's what I took from it. I took that he could see the future.
Yeah,
and he could talk to certain people.
So I think we got a little bit too far ahead. So basically, this guy is a one-eyed mute who's basically in a Viking fight club, and he gets sold off to another Viking fight club. But then
every 5 years.
Every 5 years, apparently. So he's just that badass. And then it's a fight to the death. and he kills his captors, goes after his other captors, he kills his current captors, goes back and kills his previous captors, and then hangs out with some Christian guys to find the Holy Land of Jerusalem, and end up getting
were some of those converted Christians?
Because they had to have been converted
because they knew about him already, right?
Yeah, they knew about him.
That's also something that was kind of confusing to me.
Okay.
Also, when we get to the credits,
1 second. His movies are always confusing. Just saying that, just tossing out like.
Or let me rephrase that: inconsistencies.
Oh.
So it calls during the credits for the Christians, they're called Christian Vikings.
Yes.
I feel like that's an oxymoron. Or
yes.
Like,
yes, it is.
They could be Norse Christians, or from the or Icelandic or Celtic Christians, but the Viking in and of itself already comes with its own religion, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, he just wanted to look cool. But that's my little bit of goods. You got any more goods? The fight scenes. Every fight scene was amazing.
Every fight scene was good.
It was brutal. It was like you're like, oh shit, that looks painful. Like he is a murder machine.
I like the little kid
talking for him and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, what's his name? He's like, his name's One Eye.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Is like, it was fucked up. It had action. It was funny.
Yep. He looks at him and
you
it's
need
like,
a name.
You
only got one eye.
And he just looks away.
It's like, yeah, you can't dispute that.
He's so efficient at killing people. And it's like, why would you fuck with him? And it's like, he's the devil. He brought us here all to die. And they look at him and he's like, okay, I guess we're doing this. And he just kills everybody in the fucking circle.
Dude, without even trying, man.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's the goods. Let's dig into the, we had like only like 10 minutes of goods. Cause, revel in the fact.
Let's just.
No, because you don't have anything good to say before we.
Well, okay. My goods are what we've already hit on. That
okay.
The fight scenes were done really well.
Yeah.
And we had some nice visual landscapes.
Yes.
Well, actually, one other thing is, okay, I don't know, I guess the movie's not slow.
It is.
But I guess
it's a short movie.
It's okay, so it's short, but it's really quiet. So
it's quiet and it drags.
Yeah, okay. So
it drags.
It kind of felt weird.
If it's not a fight scene, and this is one of my downsides, if it's not a fight scene, the movie is not engaging. I
will agree with him because it can kind of lose you at certain points unless you're like looking around, because that's what they're doing. It's slow moving in certain parts, especially the boat scene. That was just like, whoa, this is fucking slow. And like nothing's really happening. But I'm like sitting there going like just looking at everything around there. But I will agree with you that at certain points it is not engaging because the
pacing just felt really weird because it's really exciting and then it's kind of like, well, I don't know, it's just quiet.
Yeah.
And then like it's really fucking exciting.
Yeah, remember the main character doesn't say a fucking word.
That is pretty badass. Dude.
Like,
I do like that.
He doesn't say a fucking word
throughout the whole movie.
And you're just watching him watch his movements, trying to figure out what he's thinking. What's he going to do next kind of thing. But,
And second thing, audio, like besides the main character not speaking, audio was crap.
I don't know if it was a cut I had, but it kept like.
Yeah. Like,
was that part of it?
I don't know. Was it?
No,
I don't remember that from the original.
I thought it was at first, but then it would do it in other scenes where it wasn't necessary. So that's when I realized it was probably just the cut.
Yeah.
But it got so bad that my roommate and we had to look up the screenplay for it so we can like look up what these people are saying.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was a bad, file I got because I don't remember it throughout the entire thing. I was listening to it, I was like, what the fuck is this sound? I think it was just a bad file.
Yeah.
Because I think.
You know what? I liked it. It made it better.
Well, in some scenes, it sounded like
I was like, "Oh shit, this is getting intense." There's nothing being said and nothing going on.
It's weird that it's there and it's not there. Like some scenes it's there, some scenes it's not there. But besides that, they speak very fucking low. Like everyone's like even when they barely speak in the movie, and then when they do, it's like hush. And the only time they're boisterous is when they're fucking like, about to scream at somebody. But other than that, it's like they're all hushed tone throughout the movie to begin with. It's weird.
Well, Vikings are very calm, quiet people. Bro.
You're right. they don't do anything but just have nice conversations with people.
Something that is an in-between good and bad.
Okay.
Something I liked is that, of course, so we have them get to what they thought was the New Jerusalem.
And then America.
They realize, it's America, and but they think it's hell because, they're nowhere. They don't feel lost.
They don't understand the customs. They see the bodies being fed to the sun. I forgot what that's
and
called.
that's why. Well, see, that's another thing is because they got attacked before they buried the bodies.
They got attacked once they landed.
No, they got attacked while they were on the boat.
They got attacked on the boat the second time.
Oh,
they
shit.
when they got off the boat. I think what happened was they stepped on some burial grounds.
Yeah. So they fucked up by burying those bodies, and that's why they
did something they weren't supposed to fucking do, and they fucking tore those things down, and that's why they got their asses wrecked and shit.
But what I was saying was that you could feel them going crazy.
Yes.
The way how slow and dragging this movie was.
Yes.
I went crazy with them.
Oh.
And so it was good, but it was also bad because at the end of this movie, I felt like I had gone crazy, or at least during the whole middle part. It dragged on so long. This is also going on the boat. Where
I'm just thinking, like, can you handle slow movies?
I think I can. I just feel like
okay,
it can be slow, but
like, have you seen Blade Runner?
Yeah, I don't know if
the first or
that
second
one's really slow. The second one.
Either or, because they're both slow. But the first one's a whole lot slower than the second one.
Especially the way the guy talks in Blade Runner.
It's not even that. It's like that. Remember that fucking enhance scene? How long that shit was? Enhance. And he's like, move this the screen of it. Like,
I can do a slow movie. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Okay.
But it can be, something can be slow, but in that slowness, something has to be happening. Like, it doesn't have to, relate exactly to the story. You can have
it's like the definition of a slow movie. Like, nothing's really happening.
Yeah, but I think that just,
okay, slow
that was part of the story, I think, is what it is.
Okay, for example, Man of Steel. Hear me out.
Did he just bring that fucking sinful shit into this?
Man of Steel, you have all the action near the end. Now, before you have like the whole slow, him talking to his dad, all the other stuff that happens. Like,
yeah, you should just let him fucking die.
Like, I feel he doesn't actually become Superman until maybe the last, I wouldn't even say half, more like the last quarter of the movies where it becomes like, we're having buildings exploding, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
So I would feel like that first half is slow, but I still enjoyed it.
I have a rebuttal real quick.
Yeah.
Would you say that if you didn't know how the end of the movie was going to be? If you didn't know that at the end of this, like, he's just building up and then there's going to be a fight at the end, would you still say something like that?
For Man of Steel?
I'm just saying, like, is your opinion colored because you knew eventually you're going to get a good fight scene?
Superman.
Yeah.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. A slow movie can be slow.
No, the thing is, though, you were willing to wait for it
because you knew something was going to happen.
This one you weren't willing to wait
because you didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah, so I'm wondering, did you know something? Like I said, with Man of Steel, you know something's going to happen. With this one, you don't know what's going to happen. So,
well, okay, I don't know what's going to happen, but the point of going to a movie is you're hoping something is going to happen.
So, if this movie had a big boisterous ending, Michael Bay style, would you still feel the same way? Because you just basically gave you a Man of Steel. No, if that was the case.
It's not that. It's
like if he charged up and killed all the Indians at the end and he was like, "What's up, bitches? Fucking Superman." Then you'd like it.
What I'm saying is that it can be slow, but there needs to be, in that slowness, there's something that's going to have some point or something that
no. There is point. There's point to it.
There's a lot of point to it.
I feel there's a lot of it that could have been, I don't know, just could have been short.
This movie was like 90 minutes long. It's not that long of a film. I got that scratch in there. Fuck it, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, it's not that long of a film, so I don't know.
All I'm saying is I went crazy with the crew, which is, it's good that they got me to feel what
we're gonna watch Blade Runner and see how if you still feel the same way about like slow films.
Well, the thing with Blade Runner is I'm probably already gonna be like, I feel like I'm gonna have a bias to it because it's been stoked up so much. I'm going in with high expectations.
That's what you let hype rule your life, bro.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I mean,
you listen to the hype.
Blade Runner was pretty good, but it was slow.
I'll take the hype I've never seen the first Blade Runner. Say like, maybe I'll go check something out.
Yeah.
But
I'm the guy who has been like listening to Neon Genesis hype for the past 10, 15 years, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch that shit before I finally fucking watched it.
Wait, when did you watch Neon?
I watched Neon Genesis like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because everyone kept hyping. I was like, fuck off, I don't care. And then like I finally watched, I was like, okay, I see what you're saying. It's like, cause like sometimes when people hype shit up, it's like, fuck off with that. Like when they were hyping up Destiny and like, you see what fucking happened with that? Or when they hyped up Sword Art Online or
No Man's Sky.
Or fucking No Man's Sky. Like people hype up the shit out of everything and and then you get your hands on it, and it's like, oh, this is a piece of shit. And like, I don't like listening to hype. Like when people, this is my mind. It's like when people keep telling me I should do something, I'm like, no, fuck off. I'll do it when I damn well please. Like people keep saying, man, you really don't like Black Mirror. You should watch Black Mirror. I probably won't watch Black Mirror until like 5 years from now. And they go like, you guys are right.
You know,
Black Mirror is pretty good.
There's a few episodes of Black Mirror that are pretty good, and some that I'm just like, eh.
But people keep I don't like when people keep telling me that I should watch something. It's like, you're not me. I'm my own damn person. I do what I fucking want, and I watch it when I want to. 5 years from now. But then if I trust you, I'll wait maybe a year later.
Oh, so if I were to tell you to watch,
yeah, I'll maybe wait like a year or two later before I watch it. Yeah.
Well, have you ever seen?
Don't.
So this it always reminds me. You know when he throws that sword, when he throws the dagger.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's exactly like Boruto.
You know what? I'm happy with that.
I don't have
when he throws the kunai and stuff.
I don't know anything about Boruto. All I know about Boruto that the show should have been called like what? Boruto's dad's father's son, something like that. What was it?
That's good. That actually clears it up a lot for me because you're just like, who the fuck is Boruto?
Yeah, it's like I know who Naruto is.
Yeah, Naruto's father's dad's son.
No,
Boruto's father's dad's son. Wait, no, wait,
no. Naruto's father's dad's.
Boruto's father's son.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Boruto's father's son.
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, back to you.
That's me.
Continue on with your madness-inducing film.
It made me upset. Like you go crazy with them on the boat. You're losing your mind when they
which I feel like should be part of the film.
That's good. But at the same time, the part of the craziness was like going crazy with them. The other part of the craziness was this is so slow. This is so dragging.
Yes.
And that's why I'm also losing my mind, and that's a negative.
Because the beginning of the film does not set the pace of the film whatsoever, because everything's quick.
And that's why I said it took me, when I first watched it a few years back, like it took me 2 tries to watch it because it got to like the halfway part, and I was like, oh, all right, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I get your feel. That's why I'm not saying this movie's awesome. I just like this film. I'm not gonna, this is not The Fall. What else you got for us?
Okay, so you're telling me that they made it all the way to America
on
a longboat.
Yes.
America on a longboat.
They've actually talked about this.
Ice?
So, according to ancient astronaut theorists, right, this is what they did. They just followed the coastline because there was a bunch of ice and stuff. So it was actually possible. They actually talked about it.
I can't argue him because, like, sometimes it sounds like bullshit, but like, I don't
No,
care.
so apparently, like, back then, like, the ice was connected all the way. So what they did is they just followed.
Back then when?
Back in the Viking days.
Back in the Viking days.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I watched it on the History Channel, but they talked about how the Vikings settled in America, and they've actually started finding, like, civilizations that had, like,
I did hear about that. Vikings.
Stalactite or whatever. That was
America.
Specifically from Viking-made weapons.
Yes.
That are found here. And they're going all crazy about it, and they've tried to figure out how is that possible.
What does that have to do
one
with...
of the one is they followed the ice shore, like the ice line.
What does that have to do with ancient astronauts, though? Why can't it be just archaeologists?
Because ancient astronaut theorists would look up at the sky and then chart the fucking seas by
Every
stars.
civilization looked up to the sky.
Yeah, that's what the ancient astronaut theorists. What do you think that is? Listen to the words.
Thanks, Bard.
It sounds like a bullshit name.
Yeah, okay. Well, figure it out. Think about the words.
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Ancient astronaut theory. Like, why? What do you mean astronaut? That means you're in space.
No, they're looking into space.
Astronauts don't look into space. Astrologers look into space.
I like to say astronauts. Because they want to go into space and be big giant balls of fire.
I can't. Tim, what else? What else we got?
Right, so there's no way they made it all the way from. It can be any of the Celtic, I wouldn't call them colonies, but tribes. There's no way you make it from there with the rations and food that they had planned to go to New Jerusalem. Something that could have.
So they can actually. You think they can actually make it to Jerusalem?
Yeah,
though?
they can make it to Jerusalem, but
even that on its own was going to be a stretch. I think.
What about that mist, bro? What about that mist?
But hear me out. Like,
okay.
At least if you're going from Iceland to Jerusalem, you're gonna have a lot of land that you can, stop at and refill up on rations. You're going from Iceland, Greenland, any of those place to America. There's nowhere for them to stop.
I'll say this.
There's
Okay,
nowhere
look.
to refill.
It's been done before, apparently.
It would have been more believable if the boat would have been maybe like 15 feet longer and had
that's a
about
tiny ass boat
and had about 20 more people on there.
Yeah.
Right,
Then it would have
but
been
that's
possible.
what I'm saying. Like, if you
so
had,
I understand what you're
if
saying.
you had more rations, if you had a bigger boat with more rations, more provisions, if you knew you're going that far and planned for that, or like if you had more
well,
supplies
they got there by the grace of God, bro,
and more water.
Satan.
or Satan,
Or Satan.
because
Hail
they were
Satan,
going
bro.
to hell.
Hail Satan.
They had and that's another thing. Like, you had someone die from drinking the salt water because they didn't even have water, and you can't tell me they got there in less than a week.
They ran out of water.
I didn't
They
really
ran
think
out
about
of
it because
water.
I was like,
Rations.
this is part of the film they don't want me to think about. I'm not going to think about this right now. And I can't say that for every film, but this one was like, I agree. This is fucking stupid. And I was like, whatever. Let's keep this going. Let's just keep it going. Even though it's fucking stupid. Yeah, I agree with you. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But someone's probably going to say like, well, actually, they did this, what's this and that. And I was like, well, fuck, we didn't know. Shit, we're not fucking
Dude, I'm telling you,
ancient
just-
astronaut theorists, apparently.
There you go.
I said theorists.
That's what I said. Ancient astronaut theorists.
No, you said, oh, fuck. You did. Yeah. I fucking said it wrong. Ancient
He's getting in your head.
Ancient astrologists. That's what I was about to say.
All right. Something that I didn't like
Yeah.
is, I think you might be able to understand this from.
What's up?
Too many still shots. Like, they had the anime problem where
Of his face?
Yeah.
Like, that's what he's talking about, where it just flashed to his face and he would, like, into red.
No, I was fine with those.
Speaking
I mean,
of red, I'm going to get back to that in a second.
but where, like, you have a lot of scenery,
Yes.
but the scenery is taking up like 2 minutes of just scenery without anything happening besides seeing it.
Yeah.
It's the anime problem that some animes where they sacrifice beauty for story.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, let's take a picture of these. Like, let's focus on these eggs that this person made, or this school building. Let's just move slowly through the school building, and then have CGI fucking characters or 3D characters sitting there, and then we'll move into the actual 2D characters.
Right.
That kind of shit. But back to hold on real quick. Did you guys notice there's a lot of red in this film?
Yeah, that's when he was telling the future.
Yeah, and the font was red. I noticed something about this guy. He loves the color red. Like, he loves putting things in red light. He loves putting red filters on things. He just loves red lettering. He loves the
A couple
color
times
red.
it scared me.
I
Because it
don't
was
know
like,
why.
whoosh, red.
I don't know.
was like,
I
oh,
just,
shit.
you notice the red?
Yeah.
If you watch his other films too, guarantee you're going to see the color red prominently for some fucking reason. But back to your still shot things. I can't defend that. I don't know. I really don't know what the fuck he was doing.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good shots. They're very beautiful, but don't sacrifice beauty for story.
I think he's like, I want you to realize that I am Scotland and you are not. So, bask in my fucking glory.
Like, they're there for a little too long.
I don't know. Maybe you can just consider he's like maybe a pretentious cunt if you want to go like that. But hey, I don't know. I'm not saying that, but you might say that. What else you got?
With the main character,
Yes.
so much for building a boat and getting home during that sacrifice act.
He was just
I
saying
thought
that
the
to
same
little
thing.
kid.
I really thought the same thing. I was like, he's like, yeah, he's One Eye says to go up there and build a boat, and then like, what does One Eye say about me? He says you're gonna fucking die. I was like,
See,
ooh,
okay,
spicy.
so that's one thing that in my head, what happens is I really do think that little kid ends up growing up there, builds a boat, and goes home. He just doesn't go home with him. Because they left him alone. They're not going to kill the little kid.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
Well,
kill
that's
the
why
kid.
it's called sacrifice for
And-
that act.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, the whole thing was One Eye needed to show the kid how to get to the place with the salt.
Yeah.
And then where to go.
Yeah, where the ocean was.
Where the ocean was. And now that he got there, he sacrificed so that the little kid could
It's
live
like
on and build a boat. And
build
go
a
home.
boat. It's like you build a boat and have where you gonna get your fucking rations from. There's no life on that fucking thing. Like I think that place was just for burying bodies. That's what I think it was. Like the part of the island or the whatever the fuck they were was just for burying bodies because you didn't see any animals.
No.
You didn't see any birds. You didn't see shit. Like you saw rocks, plenty of fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Got that mud.
Yeah, got a lot of mud,
A lot of mud.
a lot of water and trees, but no food whatsoever.
So why do you think they did not kill that first guy?
The first guy.
The one they captured and painted
Oh
up?
yeah, I don't know why. That was
Was he there to send them a message? Because I don't think they killed. Did they kill him? He's still alive, right?
I don't know what happened to him. He's laughing at the guy, and then you just see the other guy in the water get shot with a fucking arrow. I don't know what happened to him, but he's so fucking crazy. I think he might have just killed that guy because he stabbed his friend in the gut. Because he's like, you gonna follow someone else? I don't know. What do you think about that? Like, why?
Yeah, no,
why did it?
Okay, that was the leader though. The leader stabbed his friend in the gut.
Yeah.
Then the leader got shot with a bunch of arrows.
Yeah.
But the crazy guy,
Yeah.
painted all in brown. Like,
I'm saying, like, he was laughing at the leader in the beginning of that scene, and then they cut, and you don't see him at all. I was trying to find him in the background, like maybe I missed him. You get why they didn't kill the first guy? They just captured him. That was weird to me too. I didn't get that. And they painted him up and shit, and
they painted him like them,
like themselves. And I was like, why? I thought you guys were all about killing people. You got any ideas?
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, that was fucking weird. Like that. And I liked the scene because the way the colors were working with the scene. Like I liked that. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't get why you survived this situation and everyone else doesn't. Like you don't know what happens to the son. You know, the one that got raped.
Well, he's gonna die.
He's gonna, yeah, one eye says he's gonna die. And then the guy who got stabbed in the gut, he's most likely gonna die. And then,
no, he does die. You see him die. He
okay,
kinda slumps a little bit.
Oh yeah,
further.
okay. And then the fat guy, he died, and that was he killed, and everyone else dies.
Yeah.
But that was just weird that one guy was not killed whatsoever. And I was like, I don't get it. Like I think everyone was getting punished for being on that land and burying the bodies. But then, you know, at the end, it's like one eye comes up and it's like, we cool guys and whatever, and it just like beat him to death.
Well, he already knew.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he saw it in his visions.
Saw it in his visions.
Because he gets a vision throughout the film, and it helps him out to do certain things. And other times, it tells him when things are going to happen. And yeah, he saw a vision of himself dying. And yeah, I know this is a little weird movie. When you sit down, try to break it down. What else you got?
I mean,
yeah.
Granted, they were Christian, but
yeah,
know, since they're supposed to be Vikings, it's like you'd want to hope that they could go to Valhalla, but there's Norse such thing.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
I thought this would be like Ink when he couldn't make a pun because he was so pissed, but no,
he pulled through.
He pulled through.
Nah, I know. I mean, it's like that scene with after like he got them all staked up. That was a good scene. Sorry, I forgot about that. Like when he went back for the captor, like, you know, chopped off his head, put it on a stake. Like he knew where he was heading with that.
Oh god.
Nice. That was a good one. I like it.
It's like every day we move further and further away from God's grace. These fucking puns. Okay. You got more in your bag?
I don't want to beat a dead horse.
Oh, okay. He's okay. I'm pretty sure I thought he did. I'm surprised he didn't say a dead Norse. I'm surprised. Yeah. I am so surprised that you didn't say that. That's weird. All right. What else do you have?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to beat a dead horse. That's what I had.
Oh, okay. So you have any more complaints about the film, about this weird ass film?
I mean, if you're gonna see it, like, it's not a bad film.
It's an artsy film, honestly. When they pull it,
I don't regret watching it. I can talk to someone about it, and if someone wants to watch it, like, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's a waste of your time.
Yeah.
It's just overall,
just be ready.
It's not engaging. It's like when you're like back when you're in high school or middle school, or whatever, and your teacher gives you one of when you watch like the documentaries on a different country or whatever. Yeah. That's not something you're gonna go home and like, you know what, I want to rewatch that. But when you're there watching it, it's like, yeah, I can sit through this and watch it. You
know what? This is kind of like an anime where they make clips of the best scenes. You can clip out all the fight scenes, and that's all you really need to see of this film to like get it. Like, if you really want to sit there and watch this film, whatever, but the best parts, just look online for the best parts, and those are the fight scenes.
Probably like a 10-minute YouTube video.
A 10-minute YouTube video, yeah. I like this film and all, but it's not for everybody. It really isn't. I can't recommend this to many people unless I know your preferences for film. I just like it because, I don't know, I'm a weird fucking guy. You know? What else is there? You got any more complaints? No? I don't really have any more complaints. We're cutting this kind of short, so let's talk about some other shit then.
Dude, okay, I watched Kingsman.
The second one or the first one?
The second one.
I haven't gotten around. I heard it was bad.
Yeah.
It's bad? Even you say it's bad?
here's the thing: is like,
Have you seen the first one?
I've seen the first one.
Fucking load the first one.
First one was great.
The first one was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just because the first one was so good that I saw this one and I was like, okay, that was a cool movie, but I expected more.
That's saying something. That makes me scared to see the movie.
I have yet to see the second one.
I haven't seen it either because I heard it was bad. But the fact
Like,
that you're so hesitant on
here's
it,
the thing
weird.
is, all right, we rented this movie for $5, right?
Okay.
Watched it,
Yes.
then went on Netflix and watched some fucking secondhand like Paul Walker movie called Hours that was way better.
That scares me.
Yeah.
That really does scare me. Actually, I don't want to.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong, there was some, and here's the thing that there was a lot of CGI, and it was bad CGI.
Malo, you're starting to rub off on Bard.
I don't really say that about a lot of stuff,
Wait,
but I watched it.
Wait.
He hasn't seen Gods of Egypt yet.
I love
you
Gods
have.
of Egypt.
Oh,
That
he's
is
seen it?
fucking
Another
amazing.
time told me
forgot
that
about
you've
it.
seen Gods of Egypt.
That
You're
is
telling
good.
me that CGI didn't make you feel as bad as whatever CGI is in Kingsman? Because I can guarantee, I haven't even watched the new Kingsman.
Hold on,
I can
folks.
guarantee you that whatever CGI is in there is not as bad as Gods of Egypt.
One day we're gonna
Okay, but
review
here's
that
the thing
movie.
is, with Gods of Egypt, that CGI was still gratifying. Like,
Dude,
it felt
what about the
good.
Sphinx though? That shit was
Yeah.
awesome. That was
But this
good.
was like it. You were watching this.
Everything
You
else
were
was shit,
watching
though.
Kingsman, and it was just like they could have done so much better with this.
That's sad. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I liked it,
No, you didn't.
but
No.
it was pretty bad.
Yeah. Fuck that movie. I'll watch it eventually, but I just heard bad things about it. I never got around to it. 'Cause you know how I am with like.
Well, no. See, here's the thing: is like I watched it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah.
But I'm not upset like that. I watch. You know.
How many movies do you actually watch that make you upset? I'm trying to think about like the movies that legit make me upset. Like, I don't think I paid. Well, no, Apocalypse I paid for. That didn't make me upset. I was just annoyed with that film.
I don't
X-Men
think,
Apocalypse?
Yeah, I didn't like that film at all.
I don't think there's a movie that I actually like truly did not like.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm
Someday.
pretty sure. Like when we eventually, I don't want to say this, but I know it's gonna happen eventually. When we talk about Batman vs Superman, eventually you go like, it's a pretty good movie. Yeah, that one fight scene was pretty good. It's like, yes, we all know that one fight scene was pretty fucking good. Everything else around that fight scene was fucking shitty. Oh, fuck that film.
We'll get there one day.
One day. But Gods of Egypt though.
was
Oh
great.
man, that hot garbage.
It was awesome,
I love how stupid that movie is.
and it was funny.
Oh man,
The little kid cracked me up.
we're gonna
The
have
thing is, it's not.
that's gonna be
Had Jamie Lannister in there.
ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be a nice episode because
Gerard Butler.
we're gonna have Zim over here just raging the entire fucking time. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, but we gotta rewatch it so I can get all that stuff in my brain. Oh man, so since we're still here, we got like 30 minutes to go. Oh fuck you!
What the hell is that?
Someone's asking me for some fucking money.
Right.
How dare you? How dare you ask me for money right at this time? How dare you? So how was you guys' week? Because this is gonna be like a mini ending episode.
This is gonna be, dude. Actually, I almost got
This is gonna be a fun ending
I almost
episode.
got into an accident.
Oh, okay.
So I'm driving down the street,
All right.
and it's like a main street that then goes into like a subdivision, and then goes back out into another main street.
All right.
So as I'm going through the subdivision part, all of a sudden I see like a trash can moving into the street, and I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? Why is that trash can? And then I'm just like, hey, that fucking car is backing up into that trash can. And I'm just like, what's going on? And I'm still going. I'm going fucking straight for it. And I just start looking closer, and I'm like, is this guy going to stop? And I'm still going. And then all of a sudden I see some guy running next to his car. And I was like, is that guy running after his car? And then finally I slam on the brakes, and I'm like looking not even 2 feet away from his car when I finally stopped. But
Man.
I don't know why it took me so long. I was just so confused.
It's like watching you just like deer in the headlights and didn't realize you have a fucking brake.
Yeah, no, cause I was just like, I was seeing everything that was going on, and I knew it was wrong, but I just kept going straight. Like, what's going on?
Oh man, that's fucking crazy. What about you, Zim? What did you get done this week?
I got in a lot of internet fights.
Nice.
So,
On whose behalf?
There's that anime that came out 2018 spring. If you guys are watching this a lot later, called Darling in the Franxx or Franx or however you say it. A lot of, and I was talking about this before we started recording the podcast. The whole Ichigo versus 02. One, Ichigo did nothing wrong. If you guys have watched that anime, anyone who is trying to separate people who are in an abusive relationship, I don't think that's wrong. Did she go about it the wrong way? Maybe, but she did nothing wrong. Anyway, so
what if it's like a dominatrix submissive relationship? Those are pretty abusive.
Well, no, not really. That's not abusive because it's consent is involved.
Okay, I gotcha.
So
Right.
it's not really abuse.
But I had to go on the internet and explain to people why, if someone is choking their partner in a relationship, why that person is in the wrong.
Have you ever heard of autoerotic asphyxiation?
That's not a partner, but continue.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Tell us about it.
That's when you choke yourself
Mm-hmm.
while you're having sex.
No. Auto.
Oh shit! No, that's by yourself.
By yourself.
My bad. I was actually listening to Zim's Best Girl today.
My best girl?
Yeah, Barbara Dunkelman.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
what about Dunkelman?
They were talking about autoerotic asphyxiation on the podcast.
Is that what she likes?
No, she likes to get choked.
Oh shit! You hear that? You better start doing some fucking handwork next time, bro.
But no, they're actually, that podcast is the one Zim got me into. It's pretty good.
Always
Hey,
open.
let me
Always
tell you
open.
something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say something about a movie. I want you to relate to what we're saying right now. So you know how you're watching a movie and then they have another movie in the background that is better than the movie you're watching?
No.
Okay.
Give me an example.
Okay. So let's say I can't give you an example, but I know it's happened
So
before.
Devilman Crybaby and then Devilman Crybaby in the background.
Let's say that
Okay.
a better show. Like, let's say it like that. You shouldn't talk about a better podcast while you're on a podcast
yeah.
that no one's fucking listening to. Just because like, who's this Dunkelman and what is she?
We're done listening to three guys. We're gonna go listen to
three
Barbara
guys
Dunkelman.
meandering about a fucking film for 30 minutes.
All right. Here's something. We have that new Venom movie coming out.
Ah, that fucking trailer. What about it?
Well, the Venom movie is happening in the Sony universe, right?
Sony has a universe?
Well, I mean, the Spider-Man universe, which is still technically owned by Sony. Yes,
You mean the Amazing
Like-
Spider-Man universe?
Tobey Maguire or the second or third kid?
Yeah, who are we talking about? Which Spider-Man?
it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Hear me out. This is why it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The point is, let's say it's Tom, the third Spider-Man,
Okay.
who is currently in also like going on with Marvel. People who watch Civil War, they're gonna understand. Or Civil War. I'm so sorry. The Infinity Wars. I'm not gonna put out spoilers, but you'll understand why.
Moon Knight dies.
What? Yes, guys. Moon Knight is dead alongside Cloak and Dagger. I think Batman dies in that movie. No. The point is,
The Joker did it.
he is in the Marvel universe, so.
Oh,
you know-
legit? Venom is a Marvel universe?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tom.
Okay, Tom.
Tom is in the Marvel universe. So what I'm trying to figure out is, why does Venom have a spider emblem on him? Because the way the trailer portrays it, Venom is going straight to Eddie Brock. Like, we don't have Spider-Man, and we don't have a black suit Spider-Man.
Yes.
And from watching all the Marvel universe, yes, Spider-Man gets new suits. You see that in the trailer.
Yes.
But he doesn't have
A black suit.
symbiote black suit spider suit. Andrew Garfield's done. He's not getting a black suit.
Oh, no, he fucked up. He's not coming back.
And I mean, Toby had it, but this is obviously
Yeah.
not that universe.
Yeah, it doesn't make
So
sense
why-
for... Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make sense for Venom to emulate Spider-Man when Venom doesn't have a relationship with Spider-Man. That was the whole point, was like, Venom was a spurned lover, basically, acted like a spurned lover, and then it latched onto Eddie. So, yeah, you're right. It doesn't make... Did you hear... they kept saying the name wrong? How did they say it? Like symbiote or something? They kept saying wrong.
I saw a post saying I've been saying symbiote wrong all this.
Yeah, she kept saying it weird. I was like, I thought it was symbiote, and she kept saying symbiote or something. I was weird. I was like, what is this bitch saying? Okay, I want to say something about that trailer. So remember we talked about this a while back about the Justice League trailers, how the first Justice League trailer was like whatever, and then the second Justice League trailer had added all the CGI, the same fucking scenes you saw in the first trailer.
Mm-hmm.
This happened with the Venom trailer. In the teaser trailer you saw stuff, and then the expanded trailer you saw stuff, and then they just basically added CGI to the scenes you already saw, but it looked bad. Like the tentacles look shitty. The only part of the trailer I actually liked is when the head comes down, like legit, like how Venom's supposed to do, where the mouth comes up and the jaw comes down. That looked nice. And he had the big fucking tongue. I was like, oh, that looks like Venom. Like that's the best part. Everything else looks like trash. This film does not look like a good film, to be honest. It looks bad.
I feel this year is the year for bad films. I mean, we have Venom. We have Solo. I'm not looking forward to.
I'm not watching that shit.
I have to.
I'm not watching that shit. That trailer looked like garbage.
I haven't seen any of these trailers.
The trailer looked boring as fuck. The only part of the trailer I actually liked for Solo was when the explosion was happening, was like a big ball. It's like, oh, it looks pretty. They're making a Han Solo prequel because we're gonna have Disney's gonna make a fucking Star Wars movie every year forever. Like the magic, the majestic or the magicalness of Star Wars is gone now because there's no longer just 3 films. There's going to be 100 films. You can't just say, oh man, like this and this and that. Like no one can just keep arguing about the same fucking movie over for 30 years anymore. Like no, there's 101 going to be fucking movies and everyone's going to know about this one. The thing that you felt was pure and was your own and your friend's own because you knew so much about it, everyone else is going to have it, but they're not going to know shit about it. They're just going to know the shit the new shit they keep pumping out.
Gotcha.
And that's how they fucking fit the fucking, I don't know what you call the Star Wars guys. I don't know what you call them, but
the Star Wars fandom.
Yeah, I don't know because the Star Trekkers are called the Trekkies, but I'm pretty sure that the Star Wars guys have something too. But yeah,
those Star Trek movies were good. Remember the ones where they had to save the whales?
No, I never watched that one.
That was pretty.
But I know what you're talking about. They say every odd Star Trek movie is a bad one.
Some are pretty bad.
I think that's what they say.
But they're like bad in a good way.
Yeah, but the Venom thing. Do you think the movie looks good from the trailer?
I don't.
I didn't think so either. What else were we talking about before that? You jumped on the Venom. But yeah, that I'll probably watch it. I probably won't pay for it though. I like Tom Hardy though. Tom Hardy is like good in almost every movie he's in.
Who's it?
Tom Hardy. He was in Inception. He was in Bronson. He's in Bronson. He was in the Revenant. He was in something you have seen. What the fuck would you have seen he was in?
I've seen Inception.
Okay, remember the guy with the fucking grenade launcher? He's like, you have to dream bigger, darling. Puck.
Oh yeah.
That's him.
Okay.
You know, he has the big lips. there was like this little thing, internet video. It's like getting Tom Hardy fever. It's like, we have Tom Hardy fever. He was Bane. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tom Hardy fever. He had the big fucking lips and he started talking like Bane and shit. It's like, oh, what's happening over here? I can't fucking do the voice. Oh man. What else is there? What else is to talk about to get close to an hour?
This one's kind of. It was a short movie.
I know, yeah. It was short. We don't have much to talk because not a lot really happens.
Yeah, because it's no talking, fighting.
Let's talk about God of War. Help me understand this fucking shit. So,
all right.
I haven't started playing yet.
No. I'm not getting it.
We're not going to spoil it.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm enjoying this game though.
So there are a few God of War games that are in the storyline, right? But we're going to focus on the mainline ones, right? Fuck Ascension. We're talking about the mainline ones. God of War from the early 2000s on the PS2. God of War 2 on the PS2, God of War 3 on the PS3, and then the next game, which is a sequel, it is a fucking sequel to the story, is called God of War. So when you explain someone like...
so we're skipping, what is it? Chains of Olympus, Ghost of Sparta.
Yes, those are all...
Betrayal.
Ascension, I say take those out. This is the argument I'm trying to make right now. So when you say, hey man...
Wasn't Ascension technically a sequel?
It was a prequel. Ascension was a prequel. It was before God of War 1, apparently. That's what it was. I never played it because I was like, fuck you. Because God of War 3 came out.
That was the one with Helios, right? The brother?
Demos.
My bad.
No, that was not. I don't think that was it. I think that was Ghost of Sparta. But that was, I'm talking about those have their own little taglines to it. So whatever. Not taglines, but subtitles. So when I said, hey man, you want to play God of War? This is the order you got to play it in. God of War 1, I already fucked it up. All right.
Rewind.
All right, rewind. So, hey man, you want to play, this is an awesome game, but you got to play in order, right? You got to play God of War 2, God of War 3, and then God of War. And you're just like, what? Why'd you say God of War twice? Oh, because the fourth game that is the actual sequel is called God of War. And then this game fucking sequel baits. So what is the next game gonna be called? God of War 2? Like what is it gonna be called?
Like they're gonna, just rip off of Microsoft. They're gonna go God of War S, God of War X.
Okay, that makes fucking sense. Well, Mortal Kombat X did that, but it makes sense. It was a 10th game.
Mortal Kombat 10.
So what do you think? Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Because if they, let's say they're fucking retarded, right? And they say God of War 2. So you're saying that there's two God of War 2s, but they're all part of the same storyline. This isn't like Star Wars Battlefront, where there's Star Wars Battlefront 1 and Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then they reboot the entire series and call it Star Wars Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2.
Okay, so wait, and God of War,
yes,
from 3 to God of War,
4 to God of War 4, yes,
it's still the same guy.
It's the same guy. It's the same storyline. Everything that happened in all previous games happened. Nothing's changed. There's no reboot. It is a soft reboot because it's acknowledging the past and they're moving forward.
The one we are gonna play, that's God of War
4.
4.
Yes, but it's called God of War.
Let's go with God of War 2018.
Fuck you. Because that's the same thing you had to do with Star Wars Battlefront. It's like, Battlefront 2. You play that game? Yeah, I love Battlefront 2. You mean 2018 one? Like, no, fuck that shit.
Just because based off one thing that you said earlier, you said this is a different Kratos. You said he's a lot nicer. So now this is God of War Kratos chilled out.
Yeah, it's chilled dad version, but you don't get that unless you played the other games. And this is a sequel. It's not a reboot.
So so people would know that this is why it's starting over, guys. Because
they're not really starting over though.
Well, I know, but that's why they start over with God of War.
Because his temperament changed.
Yeah, because he's a different guy now.
We'll go with God of War Boy.
Boy edition, yeah. Boy.
Like he was just angry. Like that was angry God of War.
First name Boy, nickname Atreus.
Just upset God of War.
What's your name? My name's Boy. Your father named your boy. That's what he always fucking calls me.
I didn't realize my name was Atreus until I was 15.
It's like, are you sure that's your name? I'm pretty sure that's just my nickname. I don't think that's my actual name.
Yep.
Oh man. Speaking of God of War, I loved all the God of War games, but this one is pretty good. It is really good. It's a departure from the series entirely. They're changing things up with everything they're doing, but it's still a good game. But that's
which I think that's the change is something that was. It's good because it's like, you're going from a whole new pantheon.
Okay, hold on.
Right?
Continue. I'm sorry. Continue with your whole thing before I want to jump on you. I don't want to like scream at you.
Okay, so it's like we're changing things up. So, before we were dealing with the Greek pantheon, they're all dead.
I wonder how they fucking died.
And so now we're moving on to, the Norse mythology. So of course you gotta switch up the gameplay a little.
Okay, so you say the pantheon changes is a thing. Let me try to see if I can get you to understand the craziness in my head. Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, right? Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4 changed everything fucking up. Resident Evil 5 followed the same suit. Resident Evil 6 changed a little bit, but followed the same suit. And then what the fuck happened with Resident Evil 7? First person. And they're still all numbered. It's not like Tomb Raider where it's like Tomb Raider 1 through 7, whatever, and then we're rebooting the series in Tomb Raider. It's like they all follow the same fucking, it's still within the same story, even though they're changing things up. You're playing as different characters or whatever. You're having different ways to play the game, whatever. You're dealing with different issues, but you're still within the same universe, Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he's in different universe because the way fucking the whole realm thing is. Like, that's the thing you're playing the game. It's like, so in God of War 3, you fucked up everything. You released plagues onto the world, apparently.
Right.
So the data, and then, so they have.
Maybe that's the descent or the desolation.
That's what I think. Like, did the Greeks have their own, birth of the universe, and then the Norse have their own birth of the universe?
And that's something else. I was
like,
They're in Midgard. The Norse people are in Midgard.
Midgard is Earth.
It's Earth.
It's Norse Earth.
But they all have their own versions of the birth of the universe. So how are they both right? If these gods exist, then I guess they're both right. But how are they both right? If all the gods, the Greek gods die and they create all this fucked up stuff, how is it that when you go to this land and they have all these gods with their rules, it doesn't affect them? Maybe.
It might be
kind of when they're talking about, no, you haven't gotten that far. Never mind. Fuck it. We're getting too far into this.
Right.
Let's say your last lines. We'll talk about this game on another episode of whatever we want to talk about.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is they might do it like I really love the Marvel version of Norse mythology, or
Yes.
just the Marvel version of deities, because they have all of them. They have the North, they have the Greek,
Mephistopheles.
but the way they kind of have it is like, you know, you have gods of a certain planet. You have they break it up where it's just more of like, oh, you know, these are exaggerations of the stories.
Yes.
And so we do exist. We do have our births, but we're not actual gods. We're just in comparison
Super
to you guys.
powerful beings.
That's what we are. And so, I was talking about this like with my roommate. Like, what do they do? It's like, oh, you know, I'm Helios, or so I'm the god of the sun for the Greeks. But because there's other gods of the sun, I only get the sun on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So he gets, you know, Ra can have the sun on
Nice.
Fridays, and like, it's a timeshare. And then Sundays, because it's, you know, the sun, that's like prime time real estate that day. So they have to alternate.
That's like, imagine like War of the Sun Gods.
It's like, oh.
I want Monday. I fucking want
lucky.
Monday.
You pissed me off on Monday. It's not Tuesday, so I don't have the sun to smite you. So come next Tuesday.
I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
This guy like, I'm not gonna give you back the fucking sun. It's like, motherfucker, we need a Friday. I need my Friday. I'm not gonna give you that Friday.
I fucking have the timesheet right here. Says Friday at 3:00.
That'd be great as a little fucking comic. Oh man. What else can we talk about without spoiling the fucking other episodes we plan on doing?
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know. I know.
Okay, well, what's your favorite God of War fight before God of War PS4?
That's the thing I was trying to think about, because I remember when I first played God of War, I got it in the mail as a demo, and I fought the Kraken. Or the Hydra.
Right.
And I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then like, I just fell in love with that. Like, I played that demo so many times. Like, Mom, I need this game. Mom, I need this fucking game. Mom, buy me this game. Buy me this game. And just beating oh man, I think the Kraken, damn it, I keep saying Kraken was in the second game. The Hydra was my favorite boss fight in one. I will say that, bar none. Second, I played second just, I think I rented second. I didn't own it. Third one I owned. I think my favorite one from that was Kronos. When you're ripping off the fingernails and stuff like that, and you come out his heart and his eyeball, like, oh, that was fun. But I will say a strong second is the very end when you're fighting Zeus. When you're like, you're first person beating the fuck out of this guy, and his blood is squirting in your face, and it gets to a point where you can't see anything, but you're not stopping. You're still beating him up. And it's like the other fight you had where you were fighting Hercules and you were punching Hercules until his face basically just, you know, became one with the ground. That was all it was. And you're just like, all right, kid. But no, the strong second so I have a top three. It's the Hydra, it's Kronos, it's Zeus. Right. The very end. I didn't like the fight in the beginning. I just like the beating him up until you couldn't see shit because you're just covered in blood.
For me, it is the fight up Mount Olympus when he's going up against Poseidon.
Oh, that was fun too.
That was just so physically. I can't speak to that.
Visually. Damn, I can't even say it. Visually
beautiful.
That's the thing about it is that they always start off with a crazy boss fight, awesome boss fight, but sometimes they can't like give you more of those.
Right.
Like that's what the new God of War game, like the Stranger one was fucking amazing. And then you get like hints of amazing boss fights, but nothing at this moment. I haven't finished the game, but nothing tops the first time you fight him. It's like DBZ fighting style. He's like, Jesus Christ, what's going on here?
Right? Like you're literally like breaking down mountains and crap.
I know. It's like, this is amazing.
I just remember trying to get all 250 stars in Mario 64.
Fuck you, Bowser.
I don't know about all this that y'all are talking about.
Fuck you, Bowser. I don't know. Look at behind you, like my collection of games. That's not even my full collection. I've turned in so many fucking games over my past years.
Hope not to GameStop.
My problem is,
I learned my lesson a long time ago.
I don't finish games.
Oh yeah.
I just play until I get bored.
Depends what kind of game it is. I tend to finish all my games, unless there's some games I won't talk about. But yeah. But yeah, I think we've meandered enough. If you stuck with us, folks, thank you very much. We're sorry we didn't have much to talk about.
Well, even though we don't normally do this, but I'd like to kind of hear like your guys' comments. What your favorite God of War fight was?
He opened it up.
He opened it up. That's on
Don't
him.
forget to comment,
Yeah,
rate, and subscribe.
Oh,
No,
fuck you.
I didn't. See,
I'm not saying that.
I was just trying to just peek.
I said I would never say it
shaking.
unless y'all started
No,
it.
I was just gonna shake Pandora's box. Don't open Pandora's box.
Don't fucking say it again, all right? Let's let it be. Like, I won't cut it out. Just don't fucking say it again. All right, this has been Major Mallow.
He had Zen.
This is Bard, and one thing I learned from this movie is only the strong survive.
Yeah. You're fucking right about that. That's legit, yeah.